All right, ladies and gentlemen, live in the studio right now. Big round of applause, Mr. Jake Miller.
Thank you, thank you.
What a crazy day it is. Of course, you get Jake coming through. Few minutes, we have Dev. You know, she's Instagram flexing with him. And then we have people in the parking lot that are doing hit and runs. This is how crazy day it is. But welcome to San Diego, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
First time, by the way.
Yes, first time.
Cool.
I've been to Cali, never been to San Diego.
There it is. All right, so people that don't know Jake, well,
Yes.
actually, you go ahead and give background
Okay.
to Jake Miller represents the East Most. So from where?
I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 20 years old, hip-hop, pop artist. I'm signed to E1. We're on our first national headlining tour right now. And, yeah, we got a song that we're pushing called A Million Lives. Videos on YouTube, songs on iTunes, and getting good feedback so far. So
That's great. I mean, the interview's over. I mean, damn. But he pretty much wrapped it up in like, a minute. But, dude, with the successes, now let's go back for a second because when it comes to Jake Miller, the guy that's been, introduced, and I think you had to technically open up with Snoop Dogg. And,
yeah, that was my first show ever.
Talk about pressure. No
Yeah.
pressure at all. So how was that?
It was crazy. I mean, I don't really even remember it because it just, once I'm on stage, everything just goes by like, it's a blur. So, I had like all my best friends on stage with me kind of like awkwardly dancing behind me to make me feel more comfortable. It was in front of like 5,000 people. And it was the first time I've ever performed in front of anybody.
What was the event?
It was just a Snoop Dogg concert. Yeah. And it was near my house, and I kind of knew the venue and the promoter and all that stuff. So they gave me the opportunity. Obviously, I'm not going to turn it down. So, and from then, in like 3 years, we pretty much opened for like everybody.
Right.
And so I pretty much paid my dues, and now we're on our first national headlining tour.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you've been like pretty much everywhere. You're not doing a show in San Diego, at least today per se, but
Right. Eventually.
Eventually.
We had one, but we combined a lot of the California shows because there were so many. So we made one big LA show.
Is it more like a college tour or just
No, it's just,
Jake Miller doing the damn thing?
hell yeah.
Instagram flexing?
Absolutely.
There it is. How would you describe your music, by the way? Because I hear something, but
Yeah.
sometimes people don't like to be compared to somebody.
Right.
And because you are who you are. For me, this is just me. I hear a little bit of like Sammy Adams.
Okay. I've gotten that.
You opened up as well and performed with, I can't even remember his name right now, the rapper who's got MTV show.
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller, there you go. Duh.
I performed with Sammy
Right.
Adams too.
Okay, there you go. So have you gotten that a lot as far as the comparisons?
Not to Mac Miller, not really. Just maybe because we're white and we're in the hip hop industry.
Right.
But Sammy Adams, I have. Macklemore a little bit. I mean,
Yes,
sonically, I think my songs are upbeat, positive, sounding, good vibes. But I mean, I know it sounds like cliche, but if you were to like ask me who I would compare myself to,
Sure.
I honestly don't really know who because it's like what I would consider my music is like pop with a little bit of hip hop incorporated into that. So, yeah, I mean, I've gotten like Travis McCoy maybe a little
there you
bit
go.
of that. Yeah.
All right, thing now.
No, I mean, I'm just concentrating on making the best music as possible, trying to get out to as many people as possible. Obviously, we're touring like 25 days out of the month right now, and like we're touring pretty much all the way through the summer. And besides touring, I mean, I'm in the studio as much as possible, recording for my new EP, which is coming out next month. It's going to be 1 Million Lives and then 5 brand new songs, and then a lot of music videos to come, a lot more touring, an album coming at the end of the year, and we're just grinding.
3 years ago, let's think about your bank account.
Yeah.
How much was the bank account? Just a rough estimate.
I mean, I worked at Publix, so.
Ooh. All right. So not so much money, maybe. Just kind of like. Okay. So now Jake Miller.
It's still not that much. Don't get it twisted.
I know a guy named Dante Thompson who could change that for you. Okay.
Dante, counting on you.
Jake Miller, let's talk about the single, 1 Million Lives.
Yes.
All right. So background with that.
Okay. Basically, it's inspired by a few things. One, my friend who just beat cancer. She had leukemia for a while, and she just beat it. So, I mean, I had to write a song for that. But besides that, I get these like fan mail and emails like all the time. Like in meet and greets, people come up to me all the time, and everyone just tells me like these crazy stories about how like my music has gotten them through like certain situations, whether it's beating cancer or being bullied or losing like a loved one. And as I said, I try to keep my music really positive, really inspiring, all that kind of stuff. So I get these letters all the time. I'm not saying that like to brag. I'm saying that because like it really inspires me. I try to read as much as I can. So obviously I thought it would be a cool concept to make a song out of that. And so every verse is basically a different letter that I had received.
Yeah.
And at the end of the song, I turn it around to say how the fans have inspired me to get through certain situations. So
nice.
Yeah.
And this is wait, if I remember correctly, going back a couple days ago when I knew that you were coming in, is this the video with the kids in it? Or was that
that's another
song?
one.
That's another song.
Yeah, that's Like Me.
There you go. Okay, cool. I got those two. Yep. There it is.
He's talented.
So nice. Okay. So when it comes to people too, trying to get to know who you are, Instagram, Twitter, so on and so forth.
Jake Miller Music. Follow me at Jake Miller Music. I live on my social networks. I literally am on there 24/7. I look at all my tweets. I try to respond to as many people as possible. So tweet me.
Nice.
I try to respond at Jake Miller Music, YouTube me, Facebook, all that good stuff.
But for you two, man, expectations in the next, I don't know, let's say year. Where do you see yourself between now and then?
I just plan to continue to make music as much as possible. I want to tour as much as possible. I think, like, at the beginning, to be honest, I didn't really know what touring would be like because it's kind of new to me. I didn't think it would be like my thing, even though I knew I had to do it because I'm like a homeboy. I like to be home and like in my comfort zone. But now that I'm touring, it's like I'm having the time of my life. So I plan to tour as much as possible. Yeah. I have a great team behind me. I have like 7 guys who always come around with me. Yeah. And it's just like the most fun I've ever had. So I plan to keep touring. Yeah. Maybe have my EP and my album go way up in the Billboard charts. And yeah.
Shout out to the 2 guys. You want to introduce them?
Yes, this right here. He sells my merch and he plays the guitar for when I have like acoustic performances. Yeah. This is my tour manager.
Okay.
Scooter.
Scooter Braun. You discovered Justin Bieber.
He
Scooter,
did.
Right?
No.
Nah,
not that Scooter.
Oh, good.
Well, but yeah, I also have 2 video guys who come around with me. I got a DJ. I got Dante over there.
Yep. Oh, good.
And yeah, my dad comes along with me sometimes, which is awesome that he can experience it with me. Yeah.
Your dad, okay, so your dad goes on tour.
Yeah.
You first time, and you know what happens when you tour. Now, any wild stories with your dad when it comes to touring? Or we cannot disclose stuff like that?
Not really, to be honest, not really. I mean, I've had some girls like hitting on him and calling him certain names.
Right?
Good names, but yeah.
Parents still together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know.
He doesn't come to too many shows. He'll come to like a few a month, but
nice.
Yeah.
He's basically not telling me the good stuff, but it's all good. I know there's good stuff, man.
There really isn't.
All right.
I promise. He's only been to a few shows.
Nice. Any last words for San Diego?
Stay classy, San Diego.
There it is, man. San Diego.
I've been waiting on it.
Exactly. It is a whale's vagina, and Jake Miller knows it, damn it. You got it first, right here. That is Jake Miller, and he knows what a whale's vagina is.
There's some people watching this be like, what are they talking about?
Exactly. And probably from Portugal, but part 2 is coming out, and they can catch up later.
Yes.
Thank you. Seriously.
Thank you.
Much love, success. Jake Miller, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Let's get some drops.